Welcome back. Claude. Claude is the protagonist of GTA 3, and in many ways he is the blueprint for modern Grand Theft Auto lead. After being betrayed during a bank robbery by Catalina and left for dead, Claude escapes custody and begins climbing Liberty City's criminal world from the very bottom. What makes Claude different is his silence. He never speaks, never explains himself, and never reacts out loud to anything. Whether it's betrayal, explosions, or being asked to steal 17 cars before lunch, that silence gives him an almost robotic focus. Claude is not in Liberty City to heal or reflect. He is there to get revenge and build power. His story is simple, cold, and effective, and it is perfectly matched GTA's early style of letting the chaos around the player do most of the storytelling. Tommy Vercetti. Tommy is the protagonist of GTA Vice City, and unlike Claude, Tommy has absolutely no problem speaking his mind, and it's usually very loudly. After spending 15 years in prison for protecting his mob family, Tommy is released and sent to Vice City for a drug deal. Naturally, the deal goes wrong within minutes, of course, because in Grand Theft Auto, smooth business deals are considered unrealistic, as we all know. Tommy's story is all about ambition. He starts as a trusted soldier and slowly becomes the king of the city, taking over businesses, crushing rivals, and building an empire one problem at a time. What makes Tommy memorable is his confidence. He walks into situations like he already owns the room, even when bullets are flying. He feels like a crime movie protagonist who realized halfway through the film that being the boss, looks way better than taking orders from someone else. Carl Johnson. Carl Johnson, better known as CJ, is the protagonist of GTA San Andreas, and easily he's one of the best characters in the series in my opinion. After leaving Los Santos years earlier, CJ returns home after hearing about his mother's death, only to find his family broken, his gang failing apart, and corrupt cops waiting for him at the airport like an aggressive welcome committee. CJ's story is bigger than any protagonist before him. He starts dealing with neighborhood gang wars, then expands into country towns, major cities, casinos, government missions, and enough betrayals to fill a small library. What makes CJ stand out is his adaptability. One day he's spray painting gang tags, and the next he's flying fighter jets. Somehow it feels natural for him. CJ represents growth better than anyone in the GTA series. He starts small and ends up controlling huge parts of the criminal world, all while trying to keep his family together. Nico Bellic. Nico is the protagonist of GTA 4, and his story is one of the darkest and most grounded in the franchise. Coming to Liberty City from Eastern Europe, Nico hopes for a better life after years of war and hardship. His cousin Roman promised luxury, fast cars, and, beautiful women. Roman, as it turns out, exaggerated this slightly. Instead, Nico finds debt collectors, crime syndicates, and Roman constantly calling him to go bowling at the worst possible times. Nico is different because he carries real emotional weight. He's not chasing power just for fun. He's haunted by his past and looking for someone who betrayed him years ago. His story feels heavier because it asks what happens when someone good at violence wants peace, but keeps being dragged back into exacting that they are trying to escape. Michael DeSanta. Michael is one of the three protagonists of GTA 5, and he represents the criminal who achieved the dream and immediately got bored of it. Living in a mansion surrounded by wealth, Michael has everything most GTA characters fight for, but my guy is miserable. His marriage is collapsing, his children barely respect him, and he spends most of the time trying to avoid dealing with both, to be honest. Michael's story begins when he's pulled back into crime after years of retirement, proving that retirement in GTA lasts about, as long as milk in the sun. What makes Michael interesting is his regret. He has experience, he has the intelligence and money, but none of it brought him happiness. He's a man realizing that success and satisfaction are not the same thing, which is deep thought to have while escaping the, police helicopters or tanks. Franklin Clinton. Franklin is the younger, more ambitious protagonist of GTA 5, starting out in South Los Santos, working low-level repossession jobs. His life at the beginning feels small, repetitive, and frustrating, and Franklin knows he wants more. My guy needs more. That hunger is what separates him. While Michael looks backward at his mistakes, Franklin looks forward at the opportunity. Meeting Michael gives him access to a bigger world of heights, money, and connections. Franklin often feels like the most stable person in the room, which is not difficult when the crackhead Trevor is nearby setting something on fire. What makes Franklin important is perspective. He represents the new generation, someone learning from older criminals while trying not to repeat all their mistakes, though in GTA repeating mistakes is almost part of the job description. Trevor Phillips. Trevor is the third protagonist of GTA 5, and if Michael is regret and Franklin is ambition, Trevor is what happens when chaos becomes a person. A former partner of Michael, Trevor lives in the desert running illegal businesses and reacting to life with maximum intensity at all times. Trevor is violent, unpredictable, and often terrifying, but what makes him compelling is honesty. He does not pretend to be a good person or hide behind excuses. If Trevor steals something, destroys something, or threatens someone, he accepts it fully and moves on like checking items off a grocery list. Under all the madness though, Trevor is deeply loyal. Betrayal affects him harder than anyone. His friendship with Michael drives much of the emotional tension in GTA 5. Trevor feels like the raw truth of GTA stripped of all polite lies. A man who treats every problem like it personally insulted him.